Hey everybody, it's Mickey and I'm back with my 12-week year update. I am 12 days in. The last time I talked to you, I was 6 days in. And I am drinking tea. And I'm sitting at my table in the living room here. We have an open concept, so. And I am reviewing my last 12 days, which have flown by. It is still winter. I had, again, the 12-week years in accountability group. I host that group, but I'm training someone else to do them. He actually is the one that talked me into doing it. Now he has a group. So I get to be part of his group as he's launching it because he did that for me. And so I did a real goal and I'm like, because I've done now 11 or 12 rounds of the 12-week year. And what I've learned from doing that accountability process for myself is that I get a lot more done and I do all of these things. And the fact that you're here watching this was one of my goals. So now I've decided that I would do a little twist on what I was picking for what am I going to focus on for 12-week years. And it was the stuff that I love shopping. I love going to do things. I love collecting. I love having a little collection of things. I love the little small cutie things. I love stuff. And I like your stuff. I like my stuff. I like looking at stuff. I love vintage stuff. I like new ideas. I like handmade stuff. I mean, it's just like, I have a 5-bedroom house and every closet is full. I don't need 5 closets. I have 3 closets just for my wardrobe. So that is the second goal that I chose, was to actually curate my wardrobe in this time. So I am 12 days in to the 84. So I have 72 more days left. And what am I learning? Well, I'm learning that it actually gets easier to do every day, that you go, oh, that 30 minutes that I would spend just looking at stuff. I didn't always buy stuff, but I like to look at stuff. So that time that I would spend on eBay or at, going to the store, going to the hardware store. I mean, I can find joy shopping everywhere, because it's all interesting to me. The other thing is that my husband asked me something, because he hates going to a big box store with me. He hates it because he goes, you look like you are special needs, that I am literally like, oh my gosh, look at all of this stuff. Look at all of this stuff. And I will go down every aisle. I am that person in Costco that everyone hates. I am going just leisurely down. I plan enough time so I can weave up and down those aisles, because I just want to look at that stuff. I'm only going to take the stuff that I wanted, but I find it to be inspirational. And he goes, I am not here to do inspirational shopping. I do not want to participate in inspirational shopping with you, because sometimes just shopping or going up and down all those aisles gives me ideas, right? I do it in the grocery store. Of course, he will never go to the grocery store. And I prefer not to have him at the grocery store with me, because his view of grocery shopping is deliberate, quick, and it feels a little cutthroat. That all these other things are in the store and he's just, nope, this is what's on my list, hacks it off. And my creative self just goes, I'm dying. So I get it. I get it that I have some deep-seated love of shopping, exploring, of getting whatever that is that I get from looking up and down the aisles, I get ideas. I want to see stuff. I read package labels. That doesn't necessarily, reading a package label does not necessarily change my buying habits, but I'm interested. I find it interesting. I find the food world very interesting. I find the world very interesting. So what did I gain so far from 12 days of saying, I'm not buying any more stuff. I'm not bringing home stuff. I'm not giving stuff any of my time. And that is, I now have time for tea. And I have time for you. And my underlying stress, it has just, it's like a little buzz that you didn't know was buzzing has turned down. And now that I recognize that it's not so loud in my head around acquisition, I just feel a little bit better. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have necessarily an addiction, but now that I'm kind of going through this, I go, wow, I was really hooked. That doesn't mean I'm addicted, but it means that I'm hooked. And if I'm hooked, thousands of people are hooked. And this, I'm only 12 days in and I got 84. This has been lovely. I am not missing anything. I don't feel like, oh, I should have more. I don't feel like throwing everything away, but I am going through my wardrobe and I am reassessing. And I am looking at the stuff that I already have and really recognizing my own patterns around buying the same thing over and over and over and over again. Apparently, I had some phases. I had a coral phase, and that's the color coral, this bright orange tangerine color. Apparently, I really liked that color for a couple of seasons. Boy, did I like that color. The other thing is that I have some sort of relationship with black pants because I only wear black pants, but come on. I also own jeans and this and that. I have more things that still have the price tag on them that I have never worn, that I'm like, what's that? I also know that the amount of $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 and under, the amount of $30 and under opt-ins that I will pick is insanely crazy. The other thing that I noticed is that I'm a really good clearance shopper because I like my life, because I also give a lot of hand-me-ups. So when I'm shopping and I'm buying something for myself, I also know that I have like 10 friends that are going to need that. So, and it's really easy for me to send things on because I have so many friends who need stuff and I have stuff. And so maybe that's another piece I'll unpack out of this is why do I have so much stuff? But it's all stuff that's great. And what I have found by looking at these bags of tags is that I also love this word clearance, and clearance of high cost items at a cost that I like is really what I like. I like luxury brands for a lot less. So 90% off is my sweet spot. So I don't really like to buy things under 75% off. So this is some sort of lie that I'm telling myself again. So I will unpack this as we go forward, but I wanted to just share that with you. Thanks for being on the journey with me. We'll see. I'd love to hear about your stuff. Maybe you're a stuff person, but I'm in experimental mode, and that's my 12-week year update.